What's going on, guys? I'm just taking you for a drive in my 1988 Barra swapped Ford Falcon. So we've got the ZF 6-speed transmission, which is one of the unique things about this car. It's definitely not a common swap in these. At the moment, we've got a Ford Territory center console in here, which I actually absolutely love the height of this. A lot of people saying it's too high, but for me, it's super comfortable when I'm driving to just have the arm like that. Obviously, it needs like a little thin lid on here, but where this sits in the hand is perfect. The original shifter is way down here. I do have just like this shirt over the top of it just to cover up the terrible unmismatched console, but we're going to do something custom with this in collaboration with Elite Auto Upholstery. So we're going to make up something custom here. It's got the cup holders, but actually I love this height that it's at now. Like, it even doesn't really bother me not having a lid on there because it can still rest my arm. But the great thing about this car is it's super responsive now. So from any speed I'm driving, you can kind of just half throttle, and it just, the torque of that double VCT overhead cam is just beautiful. You can just touch the accelerator and it just pulls you forward. Like, that's me at like 1500 RPM. And the great thing about it, the ZF2, is the gear changes are like really smooth. Also, the EA has 2:7 diff gear ratio, 2:7, same as the FG. So the fuel economy in this car is beautiful, being nearly 300 to 400 kilos lighter than an FG Falcon. So massive plus. Another great thing is the power steering works flawlessly. So this is the original EA power steering, which is hooked up into the newer power steering pump. Fortunately, it just bolted straight in. Along with we've got a replaced completely standard exhaust system. The only thing it has is a high flow cat. So it's running the original extractors into a high flow cat into a standard EA Falcon exhaust. There's only one slight modification, which is to clear the transmission cross member. So here we are cruising along at 40 k's an hour. As you can see, the car's not revving very hard at all. Up here we have our ZF transmission, gear shift, display, and transmission temperature underneath that. So we do have our volts working. Unfortunately, the temperature gauge is not hooked up at the moment. But we do have our revs, thanks to the CAN Barra module that allows the BF Ford Falcon ECU to communicate with the analog EA Falcon dash. It does show the fuel and also the speed, which is tunable via the computer. So that's what the shifter looks like from this side. The car is slightly vibrating a little bit. I think the trans is hitting the tunnel just ever so slightly. It seems to be getting better as time goes on though. So this console here is just the old junk one that we had in our Ford Territory. And we've just got this, obviously, as I said before, that shirt there just to kind of cover up that mismatched front. But, you know, super deep center console. I like the position of this with the gear shift. It's beautiful. It's great. So I'll just show you guys what the takeoff's like. So there we go. It's a little bit wet, but it just spins up pretty easy. It's got brand new tires on it, 15-inch, standard spec. But as you can see, we're cruising along on 1500 RPM. And if I just accelerate slightly, you'll see that it just picks up like nice and easy. That's just slightly accelerating. If I full hit it, if I just floor it now, so that just jumped me from 60 to 80 like very quick. It drives really good. I'm so happy with this car. Let me pull up somewhere and I'll show you a little bit of the outside. Actually, you guys probably want to see a bit more performance. Maybe I'll show you the outside, then we'll go for a drive again. And I'll do a few hits so you can see the performance. It does have a standard exhaust on it, so we can't expect too much. And what are the chances? Another E series, looks like a EF having the other indicators on the back, cruising next to us. You don't see many of these around anymore. His roof lining's shot, it's full hanging down. So just going from 80 there. Plenty of power. I can't imagine this thing turbo would be crazy, but obviously I have to upgrade the diff and stuff like that for it to be reliable. Jump onto the freeway here. So from 100, just gets up there easily. A little bit vibrating when you get to 110. I've got a feeling that that's the transmission hitting the tunnel somewhere. So the next stage will be to pull the gearbox out, analyze what's going on, maybe recess a few little things. It's definitely drivable at the moment, but it kind of feels like the engine's solid mounted. So this speedo's a little bit out at the moment. It shows 110, but I'm actually doing around 100. Once I got this console fixed up, and the car's a little bit kind of messy, dirty at the moment, I'd say, because I've been using it as pretty much a daily. It's one of my best fuel economic cars at the moment. So yeah, sitting on about 110. Let's just say I go to like 120 because that's more like 110. And we're sitting on this 1800 RPM. I also recently put new front shocks in the car. That changed it so much. So I don't know, about a year ago, I mean before the gearbox blew itself, we changed the rear shocks, which helped the rear end, and I just put brand new KYBs in the front. I'm not really interested in lowering this car. I just want it to drive nice, and I don't want to attract any cop trouble by having it slammed. I really like the way it rides, like up nice and high. Yeah, the turning's not as good, but it just makes it look standard, nice and neat and respectable. I think slightly lowered would be cool, maybe some coilovers, but yeah, I don't want to have the issues over speed humps and stuff. Like I sound like an old man now, pretty much am. But there's definitely, the car's going in for a full overhaul of everything it needs on the 19th of August with Reese Garage. He's got all the, we're gonna do like ball joints and all that kind of stuff and just get everything buckled up and slowly start getting this car ready for turbocharging. So I said to myself, once I run out of days on my clubridge book, which I think I'm about day 26, I want to hit day 90, then I'll pull the car off the road and get a turbo manifold, get a turbo on there. We'll just do something fairly mild. Like, I think this car would absolutely be insane with like 380 kilowatt, but I'm thinking if we can get around 300, that'd be crazy. Like, it should be an 11-second car then. But I don't want to go too crazy. Kind of be good to just be kind of like a bit of an underdog car, like lower kilowatt, but keeps up with like 400 kilowatt heavy cars. That would be cool. Definitely need to do something about the brakes. Like the car brakes really good, but it is standard brakes still, which are slotted and ventilated. But it'd be really cool to upgrade the brakes. I do want to retain the 15-inch wheels on the front. But yeah, I'm in the talks with someone about possibly a Brembo upgrade kit that will still retain the 15-inch wheel. You can hear that stupid door rattling. We took the whole door trim off to try and fix it. Thomas reckons that it's just broken internally, which is super annoying. So here she is on the outside. There's something happening with this panel gap here. Like, this car needs this whole side redone. It's definitely been hit before. That guard had massive amount of rust in it before. The panel gap is off, you can see it there. Also, these doors have big dents in them. There's a scrape on the side, there's another scrape here. So this whole side of the car is the worst. The car is dirty as at the moment. There's the exhaust we got put on. So I don't know if you can hear that, but it's just pretty much silent like a stock car. It's got brand new tires on it. What has it got? Some Nexons. So this side of the car is a lot cleaner. Obviously there's a bit of a scrape there. The car's not the cleanest at the moment. There's a little bit of rust coming through on the roof. Unfortunately, it's got that rust, surface rust everywhere, but there's a hole in there, which is annoying. Water gets into the boot. So ultimately, 2 new doors and a guard. This bonnet is also quite dented in. I feel like it just adds to like a bit of a sleeper appeal. Like, it doesn't even bother me at all. And unfortunately, Thomas scuffed up the plate and the front bar when he was taking the motor out. I forgot to take the plate off or put something in between. So I'll show you guys what's going on here. So yeah, I would call this a bit of a test fit at the moment. So it's obviously running pretty good, but we do not have our ECU properly mounted yet. It's just kind of sitting there. This airbox is now working properly. It's got the V8 snorkel, which is not mounted properly yet. It does have a lot of the old EA stuff in there still. It does have a K&N filter at the moment. So this come up on Marketplace local to me. There's the fans just automatically turned on as well. So another thing I'd love to do is get the aircon hooked up. So as you can see, there's nothing hooked up to it at the moment. They're just lines sort of sitting there. It does have this small extension here to make this fit properly. We also have to mount this solenoid somewhere because that's just kind of sitting there. And we have to mount these relays. So there's a lot of work to do still. The car is functional and driving at the moment. Nice truck. As you can see here, the power steering just bolted right up in there. No leaks or anything. These are the ELEF thermos. One of them which is on at the moment. Ultimately, it would be good to replace this bottle as well. Take the engine back out again, neaten up all the wiring, fix up some of that, fix up the heat shielding, give this like a bit of a repaint. Maybe when we go turbo, I'll do that. For now, I'm just leaving it kind of rough, which is kind of the vibe I like at the moment. I'm not going for any show car vibes here. We've had to cut out the bonnet here. Like, this needs to be cleaned up properly and probably paint underneath the bonnet. So eventually I will take this motor out, clean up the bay like nice, get rid of unnecessary wiring, figure out where stuff's gonna mount. I mean, we might even go to the extent of like hiding wiring away. It will be kind of cool to see all this stuff kind of tucked away, repaint the booster. Yeah, so up underneath this, which I can't really move at the moment, there's the turbo wiring there as well, which is pretty cool. That's ready to go. We don't have anywhere to mount our wiper squirter bottle. So at the moment we don't have squirters, but we need to mount this ECU somewhere else. Like, I'm hoping maybe we can mount it like either under here or like in the car somewhere. Because we've never really done this before, it is a learning curve for us as well. And we're kind of just trial and erroring as we go. We haven't done this millions of times. Something is rubbing on the rock cover here. So I do have another rock cover at home, which I'm gonna paint the same color as this, like that gray. And then we'll neaten up this heat shield as well. So that's obviously hitting like right there. And this rubber needs to be reconfirmed. There's so many little things on this car. But you know, it works, it's functional and it's quick. And that's what I like. No one really expects it. I got no issues like leaving it a little bit dirty as well. We've got the old hat in the back. But the number plates are 727H1. So that is a mini plane as well. 727, a lot of people get 747. So it would be a shame not to turbocharge this car.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, hit me up in the chat. You can ask me any questions you want if you're thinking about swapping your car, or any future video ideas that you guys want, let me know. See you in the next one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did that guy even see me? Nah.